Welcome to Hypercar Global, the channel where we take a look at electric vehicles, Tesla and of course Elon Musk. Today we take a look at Tesla's new supplier of glass for their cars, along with Tesla being at the height of used electric vehicles. Without any hesitation, let's get into the video. Tesla taps new glass supplier for Plaid Model S. Tesla has tapped a new type of automotive glass from supplier AGP for the Plaid Model S, invoking the thought that everything, even the finest details of the vehicle, was considered a possible improvement for the company's rebirth of the all-electric, flagship sedan. Many months ago, Teslarati stumbled across a list of Tesla's suppliers through international connections. These suppliers were shipping massive volumes of whatever product they were giving to Tesla on cargo ships, and we noticed that there was a company called AGP that was shipping windshields and other automotive glasses to the company's Fremont factory. It turns out that AGP has been providing Tesla with automotive glass for several years. Back in 2016, AGP provided glass for the Model X's panoramic roof and windshields. However, Tesla utilized AGC Automotive's windshields for its cars, according to Investopedia. AGP is a Peru-based company that specializes in all types of automotive glass, but what they've done for Tesla is especially interesting. The company has been in business for 50 years, but just like everything else, it changes, and the automotive industry is no different. As electric vehicles have become more mainstream, technologies surrounding the development of these new, sustainable automobiles are popping up left and right. AGP's e-glass for electric and autonomous vehicles is no different. Now, AGP says on its website that it collaborates closely with the companies that are leading the new wave of the electric and autonomous vehicles of tomorrow. When I first stumbled across AGP many months ago on the cargo ship list for Tesla, there was no indication that there was an official partnership, so I looked into it a tad further. I reached out to AGP and received a response that thanked me for my inquiry but refused to confirm or deny whether it was in any sort of professional relationship with Tesla. Ironically, AGP gave the answer we needed, because responding to me was all I needed to know. Many may ask, what's the significance of what glass Tesla is using on its cars? There are plenty of automotive glass suppliers out there that are worth their weight in gold, providing high-quality windshields and windows for vehicles on the road. Of course, consumers are going to want something that is relatively high quality, because nothing is worse than driving behind a tractor-trailer on the interstate, just to have a chip or small crack on your windshield from something as tiny as a pebble. While strength is undoubtedly a need for all windshields, EVs require a slightly different bit of development. One of the biggest focuses for EVs is their drag coefficient. Why is it so important? Because aerodynamics are crucial to the performance, range, and effectiveness of electric vehicles. As high-quality, long-range batteries are hard to come by in the EV sector, manufacturers look for every advantage they can get to achieve robust range ratings. While Tesla is the leader in EV range figures, the company is still looking for ways to get all of its vehicles to or near the 400-mile threshold. Aerodynamics are a great way to do that. And Tesla undoubtedly worked extremely hard to achieve the best-in-class drag coefficient of 0.208, beating out the Lucid Air's impressive 0.21 coefficient. We knew aerodynamics was going to be a big part of the Plaid Model S when it was spotted at the Nürburgring 2 years ago. The vehicle was sporting a large spoiler, a huge rear diffuser, and the new e-glass from AGP is just another addition to Tesla's attempts to make the Plaid Model S the most aerodynamic vehicle in its lineup. We finally confirmed that AGP was providing the highly aerodynamic and EV-specific automotive glass to the Model S Plaid thanks to Tesla Raj, who took a picture of the manufacturer's sticker on the window of the all-electric sedan at Tesla's delivery event on June 10. This all confirmed Teslarati's discovery of AGP in its supplier list several months ago and also confirmed that the two companies had a partnership, despite AGP's unwillingness to provide a comment, which we understood why. It makes me think about what Elon Musk may have needed to work on for the final week of Plaid development. When he had announced that the event was going to be delayed a week due to tweaks, I wondered whether it was software or hardware. While it was likely a software fix that needed to be addressed, it could have been related to the drag coefficient, which Tesla proudly displayed at the Plaid event on the 10th. Nevertheless, the vehicle has finally been released to pre-orderers, and the fastest production car that has ever run the 1/4 mile drag is here, and it's taking down anything in its path. Tesla is at apex of used electric vehicle market. Since the dawn of the modern electric vehicle era, conventional wisdom has been that the resale value of most EVs erodes quickly. That's been a boon to lower income buyers who want to go electric, but a frustration to early adopters who bought new. Though, a big part of this has been that the US federal tax credit instantly lowers the value of an eligible electric vehicle as soon as it drives off the dealer lot, much more than happens with a normal car. For better or for worse, this is changing. The aftermath of the pandemic, combined with a global semiconductor shortage, has caused the prices of all used cars to skyrocket. Demand for used cars is up 58% from last year, and EVs have been going along for the ride. A recent report from Recurrent reveals, via CarBuzz, that used EV prices in the US have been rising at an accelerating rate for the last few months, up 1% in March, 3% in April, and 5% in May. Of course, Tesla has always bucked the trend of eroding EV equity. As we've often discussed in this space, Teslas tend to retain their resale value far better than other EVs, and better than comparable ICE vehicles. Many a frugal buyer has searched in vain for a good deal on a used Tesla, and finally decided it made more sense to buy new. But somebody's buying these mature models, because Recurrent tells us that used Teslas are selling faster than any other EVs. The company's latest report uses EV sales and inventory figures from the past 90 days to arrive at an estimate of used car turnover. It finds that Tesla is turning over 4.5 cars for each one listed. Model 3 is the hottest model. It's been turning over 6.6 sales per vehicle in inventory. By comparison, Nissan and VW are turning over only about 2 EV sales per unit listed. The top-selling used EV is the Chevy Volt. However, Tesla is the top-selling brand, as it has 3 models, S, X, and 3, active in the used market. Recurrent predicts that a plethora of pre-owned Model 3s will be coming to the market soon. 3 years ago, Model 3 was by far the best-selling EV in the US. Cars typically start hitting the used market after 3 or 4 years, partly because of the common 36-month lease, and Model 3 is just beginning to reach that sweet spot. We're expecting to see at least twice as many Model 3s hit the used market in Q3, with the used Model 3 surge only accelerating from there, says Recurrent. In today's topsy-turvy economy, it's a seller's market for used cars, and houses, semiconductors, restaurant labor, and a few other things. Will more Model 3s coming on the market cause prices to moderate? Maybe, but the odds are that used Teslas will continue to be coveted commodities. Elon Musk ponders using informational Tesla advertisements for public awareness. For those who have closely followed the electric vehicle story over the years, Elon Musk's recent posts about advertising may practically be the equivalent to a time when pigs fly. While interacting with the Tesla community on Twitter, Musk noted that it might be a good idea for Tesla to advertise, informationally, at least. Elon Musk has a long history of opposing traditional advertisements. During the company's 2019 annual shareholder meeting, a TSLA investor asked the CEO what the company plans to do with all the misinformation thrown in the media. Some shareholders even noted that they would not mind helping out the company if it wants to combat false reports and rumors. In response, Elon Musk admitted that he is at a loss when it comes to changing the media's negative narrative against Tesla. He, however, noted that while the misconceptions about Tesla are distressing, even if the company provides explanations to mainstream media outlets, these typically get buried in articles. In later comments, Musk added that he has reservations with traditional advertising, particularly with the trickery that goes with it. Musk has generally maintained this stance, even as Tesla disbanded its PR department last year. Yet in his recent posts on Twitter, Musk finally admitted that perhaps it would be a great idea if Tesla releases some informational advertisements. This should help the general public become more aware of the products and innovations that Tesla has to offer, both in the electric vehicle and energy segment. Tesla has generally relied on word of mouth to reach its customers, and for the most part, this strategy has worked wonderfully. But despite great word of mouth, it is still very easy for disinformation about the company to settle in, thanks to a lack of information from Tesla and the prevalence of entities willing to spread false reports. This has resulted in a great number of people being shockingly unaware of the company's projects and products. Granted, Tesla has thrived without using traditional advertisements. But with the company growing into a mainstream automaker and a possible disruptor in the utilities sector, Tesla would be wise to start an even more aggressive push towards mainstream customers. One of the best ways to do this, of course, is advertising, even if it is strictly informational in nature. Let me know your opinion on the new Glass Supplier for Tesla. Is this a good step for the company to take? If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you are new to the channel, why not subscribe? This way you support the channel. Turning on bell notifications let you know when we upload so you never miss a video.